Hello viewers, and welcome back to Endless Legend. Check this out. I wanted to show this before I move on to the game. When you zoom way in, there's actually an outline of which hexes are affected by the pillars. So that's nice, in case the range is unclear. Alright, let's get back to it, first of all. I like having the hexes on. So, if you'll remember where we left off last time, starting to see incursions by potentially hostile forces. We got some necrophages. Green is pushing up. We haven't met them yet, but it won't be too much longer before we're squeezed pretty tightly for land. We have to expand pretty quickly. And we have to take Orm and Zoperusk as quickly as possible. Biegel, interestingly, has the highest population and probably actually might be best suited to pumping out the settlers. Well, the city, the capital still has 27 industry, actually. Really just due to it having taken more land, I'm assuming. So never mind, settlers from the capital. I think we gotta do this. I want dust refineries. I want them very badly, but we are falling behind. You know, we're not really falling behind is science. Let's take a look. It's a little early in the game for these to be super meaningful, but let's go ahead and take a look at the status screen real quick. You can see that our score actually is about half of the score of the players that we know. Actually, a little less than, it looks like. Or no, this is the 200 line. Yeah, just about half. Keeper of Eggs and Samutanda are both doing fine. Out of curiosity, though, yeah, we're just about keeping up in research. Pretty close. And that is quite a feat, considering the tremendous bonuses that the AI gets on this difficulty. Alright, we have to get our dust up just so that we can afford to actually create pillars when our current pillars end. Legendary deeds being accomplished. Of course, the necrophages have the large army. Perfect. Just wonderful, that. Oh god, run. We are not ready to fight minor faction units. Ugh. How did we get ourselves into this position? We don't have the dust to hire more governors. Things are getting a little grim. I think we've allowed ourselves to fall behind a bit. Alright, dust production has returned to normal, or at least will return to normal in the very near future. I hate it when the game decides that we have been attacked even when we haven't yet been attacked, and so doesn't let me move the units. Alright, well, let's do this manually. We have 80 dust and we're hemorrhaging. So I'm somewhat loath to cast spells, but also these guys do a lot of damage. And they're all grouped up. Alright. How much would it be? It's 30? It's 80 for the stun. Man, I can't spend all of our dust on a stun when we're operating at a deficit. I can't even cast 60? No. Shit. Well. Oh, I clicked outside the area of the battle. On the plus side, our units do deal real damage. On the minus side, we've managed to get ourselves separated. Please, let's focus up. Kill one target at a time if we can here, please. Well, it looks like we lost our warlocks before we could get any upgrades onto them. These minor faction units are literally just suiciding themselves into us to make sure that we can't compete with the enemy AI. Frustrating. Okay, so we need soldiers. Like, yesterday. Beagle, help. We need soldiers. But before we make soldiers, we should probably upgrade our... Did we... Actually, hold on. Did I get that research done? Yes, okay, I did. Alright. Weapons. Also, not diplomacy. We should make zealots, though, rather than the other guys. That quarterstaff has a giant jaw on it. That's pretty cool. 24 attack and 12 defense versus 29 attack, 24 attack and 12 damage versus 29 attack, 22 damage. Pretty straightforward. And 10 defense versus plus 8 defense. And if it wasn't like twice as much damage, I would honestly consider just putting the dust on him. Also, we should do this because, you know, it's cool when our units survive being attacked by minor factions. Alright, what if we do that? It's 194 industry versus 122 without... Yeah, let's just do this for now. We can maybe upgrade them later. Actually, now that we've got right-of-way up in our cities and the dust prohibition has ended, we're in a much better place. We have to keep one guy on influence until we finish this quest, in case you don't remember. So, if we do that and we upgrade our zealots, it's going to take 8 turns to produce one. What if we goose industry a little bit? Okay, well, that's much more better, much more acceptable. It is is much better. Words is hard. Wording is real hard. All right. Well, as cowardly as this is, I think we are going to intentionally run away from the Silix here. Please don't siege my city. Thank you. All right. When the settler comes out of the capital, we have to take Orm quickly, I think. Oh, hey, look, that's where the necrophages are. Shit. Language. Sorry, I'm trying to get that under control. Why, hello, random Draken. How are you doing? Also, go away, perhaps? Maybe you'd like to fight the necrophages. They look mean-spirited. What's he got here? Level 3, Drakenling 2. So Drakenling 2, the number afterward gives you an indication of how many times the unit has been redesigned. It starts as Drakenling, then Drakenling 2, and then after another redesign, Drakenling 3, and so on. So, this means that it's only been redesigned once, which means that we're probably only looking at either armor or weapon upgrades, probably not both. So that gives us some idea of where his military is at. It's a little hard to tell. Their life total is crazy, 242 health each, but you have to remember that the beginning hero for the Draken has army health boost 3. So that looks a little bit more impressive than it actually is. Oh, I suppose I should, while we're upgrading stuff, I suppose I should give the hero a real weapon, huh? Let's not mess with his stuff too much. We'll just do this. How much dust would it be to give him real armor in addition? The armor's not too bad. It's the, So this is plus attack. This is plus health. It's a lot of health. Alright, can we... If we take off the helmet, can we afford this? Okay. It is a lot of extra health, the body armor. So now that I know that the necrophages are right here, that makes this region simultaneously more important for us to grab quickly, but also more dangerous for us to grab because those who border the necrophages tend to be attacked by the necrophages. I know when we played necrophages, I think we won a science victory or something, but did we win as the necrophages? I thought we had a lot of science anyway. But that's not usually they win by Sorry, usually they do win by science or something. Usually they kill you through military violence. You don't get to see how they actually win the game. Alright, reaping station. So we researched our arcana of materializing. We do need dust mechanics as well. Leveling up our pillars is valuable. Is it valuable enough for me to do it? Yeah, actually, let's do that. And I do want luxury resources before strategics because we have really good luxuries this time. We have access to both Moonleaf and Titan Bone. So we're about to pick up a second Titan Bone deposit. Moonleaf increases your Empire's science output by 50%, and Titan Bones increases the industry output of all cities by 50%. Both pretty good. So what I don't know, actually, is where we're going to put this city. Let's pop over to here and get some ideas. So we have water tiles, a river, and an anomaly right here. This isn't a terrible build, although it's very low on industry. There's only one industry in those starting tiles. Wow, does this region have any other anomalies? The only other anomalies in the region are this ruby cactus field right here, by the way. Kind of pretty. And some standing stones out here beyond the minor faction village where we can't even access them. Alright, I think the place that makes sense is right here. It gives us 4 river tiles in our initial build. Settling here or here is significantly inferior because 1 point of industry is better than 0. So right here. Okay, well that was pretty easy. More legendary deeds being completed. Double dust output for an unknown empire. That's actually a really good one, and I always forget about it. If you rush the approval text, you can sometimes snake that, and it is really actually quite powerful. Sigh. Oh well. So we're gonna head toward Biegel so that we can pick up our new troops as quickly as possible here. We're about to have pacification in this region, which is good. It won't stop the Silics that have already spawned, obviously, but it will complete the next step of our faction quest, which is something worth... Alright. Oh, and it's from dust to rust time. Fantastic. Okay. 15 pacification plus 15 titanium. Grand. Our faction quest was pacify at least 5 villages within your empire. It will check next turn and see that we now have 6. I think. Right? Actually, we have a bunch, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. We don't have this faction pacified. We're going to have to figure that out. So, Dust to Rust is a bummer. Which resource does it want this game? It wants Adamantian. I believe it can ask for either Adamantian or Palladian. We need a mill foundry, and we need it now. And then seed storage, dust filtration, dust dredging. Oh, sorry, no, filtration is the lake tech. Let's get dredging up first. Alright, our pillars are going to run out this coming turn or the turn after. Okay, 2 more turns. That's good. We'll have enough dust. If we stop spending for a second here, we'll have enough dust to lay down 2 pillars. Alright, so we're pretty much trapped up against the coast here. We can take Zoparusk, but we do so at our own peril. I hate being adjacent to necrophages, especially when your army is as weak as ours is. But we might be able to play purple and blue against each other. That honestly might be our best chance for survival. Irmda has finished its other settler. So the choices are, we could go for Zoparusk, or we could just run in the other direction and hope that whatever region is over here is good for us. Obviously, you can probably hear that I'm not super excited about that plan. Then again, Zoparusk actually isn't very... Well, it has Moonleaf in it, though. Moonleaf is really good for us. It has very few anomalies and not great land, but we can just, like, pop down on the river, be close enough to Biegel that any attack on one city is going to pull the garrisons from both. And just try to be strong. Try to look strong enough that the necrophages won't want to screw with us, at least. Yeah, I think we have to. I don't think that not taking the city, or not taking the region, is a real choice. Not one that we can make if we want to survive in the long term. Let's hope our faction quest continues to be as easy it has been as it has been so far. Also, dust mechanics. Our pillars are leveled up now, right before we have to place them again, so that's good. You can see the effect is now +5 science instead of +2. There are Draken up in our territory, stealing our pearls. We're not going to make a stink exactly, but I am going to go take my pearls before heading back over here to wait for the third zealot to get built. And we've done it! 20 quicksilver for us. Hooray. I find no other assassins, traps, or hidden enemies. The security of my empire can be left to others. Now I can study my brother's scepter, his alchemies, and the security of our future. Yeah, let's do that. Ugh. Alright. Every morning after administering my 7 repents, I walk from the castellum to the chamber where my brother's scepter hangs and take it in my hands. The instrument hums with a strange power, as if it is restless, as if it still seeks something. I imagine Verda holding it, spinning it, mastering it. Somehow it holds the key to his demise, and holds the key to his work. We will found a new city, populate it with our brightest minds, and raise it as a center of mortification and study, as is needed to understand my brother's inquiries. The scepter has an affinity with the dust that permeates this world like a diviner's rod, channeling ancient forces. I am certain that dust is key to what my brother sought to achieve, but by what methods remain a mystery. A great temple of science must be constructed, and the nature of dust and its link with pain must be explored. Word comes from outside our borders that other races are afoot, jostling for land and power. Apparently it expects you to get to this point a little faster. We must be leery of these races, protect ourselves from their advances in any manner we see fit. But we must not delay in our scientific explorations. The winters grow fiercer, grow longer, and I fear that one year there will come a final judgment. And I believe the means of our salvation will not be found in thicker furs or higher walls or sharper blades, but in something much deeper, something my brother glimpsed in his agonized dreams. So we must found a city dedicated to scientific research, which is to say, a city that has at least 10 science at the city's founding, just straight from the tiles. Is there a place in this region that does that? I don't think there is. Actually, this tile does it. Can we get one that's a little closer to the river, maybe? A single science anomaly puts you in a pretty great place for that. This tile is 9, sadly. We could just found here and accept that the city will suck. No, this is only 9, actually. Even though there's a 6 science tile, this is still only 9. We can found right here and accept that the city will really, really suck. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. I wonder if we can... Actually, I wonder if we can kind of cheese that by laying down a pillar right before... I don't think that it makes sense for us to put this city down here. I think we're going to walk over here, And then in a turn here, when our pillars fail, I'm going to see if putting down a pillar and then settling next to it will make the city count as having the science from the pillar. You know, plus five science per tile. Actually, wait a second. This river sucks. This river is running through arid, dry soil that ordinarily these tiles only have one dust on them, like you can see here. Maybe we actually need to go up, settle north of the river anyway. Jeez, there's no food here. Man. Yeah, this is a real bummer. Oh, right, this has 5 because of the pillar. Actually, yeah, maybe we need to go up north anyway. Maybe we can find a location that's a little bit more suited to our needs. Well, we can do this thing again. We cannot afford to go to the second ring on any of these. To be perfectly honest, I don't know how much we want this. All of our cities need to be pretty focused on growth right now. I think we're going to do this in bank influence. Silix. Makes us get strategic resources more quickly. Plus 1.5 resource because we have 3 of their villages. I think that's the assimilate. Alright. So this way we'll bring in, we're not gathering almost anything. We just keep getting stuff for free. Look at this, we got to the 20 dust from trade routes like almost immediately after the Draken did. What a shame. Alright, well we're gonna have to head up that way, I guess. Try to find a better location for this city. Are we not... Oh. Oh, this place finished some of their early buildings. But not all of their early buildings. Seed storage. And eventually a right-of-way. City's coming along nicely, though, and we can finally move that guy over. Alright, so Liliku doesn't have any of the strategic resources that we value. Ormond does, but we can't afford to rush by them anyway because we need dust for the pillars that we're about to lay down. What quest did these guys have? Dye and Quicksilver. Well, we actually got some Quicksilver. Oh hey, purple settlers. So we have 1 point of movement left. We should settle this, like, this turn right now. Oh no, he just, actually, blue just settled it, so never mind. I guess we're gonna go west in an attempt to find a 10 science location. That is a real bummer. I really wanted that moonleaf. We only have 1 source of moonleaf now. Shit. Well, we'll just have to make good use of it somehow. We'll have to get mining rights and stuff. We'll get it figured out. Turn off the resource overlay for the moment until we get out to the west. Well, hopefully, blue settling an area right out from under purple will mean that they're going to have some amped up hatred toward each other. Settler? No. No. Bad settler. Alright, let's manual resolve here. I'm going to try to keep my units relatively safe, but... so the Kikators have range 2 and speed 2. We have range 3. Oh, they have range 3 as well. Never mind. I think what we're going to do is back our units off and not engage with them on the first turn. Let them move forward. Because right now... well, what's their initiative? Oh, it's 6. Okay, yeah. I think if I have my ranged units not move forward for a turn... hold your ground. Yeah. If I have my ranged units not move forward for a turn, we can maybe get our militia to take the brunt of the Kikador attack, such as it is. And it's not a very impressive attack in the first place. But let the militia eat the brunt of it. And then now we get aggressive. The Kikadors have sort of dialed in. So everybody... actually, focus on this guy. So these guys have the ability Fire Rain, which deals normal damage to the target and 50% of damage to opponents who are next to the target. So it should be fairly obvious why I had them attack the guy in the middle. Oh, they're not actually going to even get close enough. Okay, but the militiamen are indeed serving as a pretty effective distraction. If we can get through this without taking any damage at all on our zealots, that would be great. And it looks like that may be exactly what's going to happen. Well, we finally ran into some enemies that were faster than, which is nice. We've been having a lot of trouble with that in these campaigns. Okay, well, I'm not gonna wait on the pillars. It behooves us to get our pillars established immediately. So let's do. Do I want double science pillar, or do I want to go science and dust? We're still going to be pillaring the capital for obvious reasons. It being the largest means that it will get the most tiles. So we have pillars for +5 dust, +2 influence, minus 50% movement costs. You can get an army across land really quickly with this. In case you should need to. It's one of the reasons that I'm a little less worried than I would otherwise be about spreading our country really thin. Because we're very, very good at getting places. Let's do science. Honestly, our dust is not... That's not bad. Oh, it would be 80 dust to place the second one anyway. Well, never mind then. You know what? I'll place the second one next turn, and then I'll just wait until they both expire. We'll have one turn at the end with only one pillar up. But I'm not going to go 10 turns without a pillar, just to save the little bit of effectiveness. I don't know what he's going to do with this settler now. And it looks like that settler teleported out of blue territory, which probably means that blue closed their borders to purple. Which is also good for us, you know. Everything that drives the two of them to fight each other is good for us. I wish there was a way to say to him, "Hey, I see you're having some trouble with those guys. Aren't they the worst?" All right, let's get some stuff built here. Somebody has constructed a Guardian, and of course we've gotten the quest to go find the Guardian Slayer. An army composed of only a single flying unit of level 4 minimum. Search some ruins to get some stuff. Yeah. We've seen the quest a number of times. It's really not that interesting. I know this is not a full army, but I think what we're actually going to do is merge onto the settler and try to... no, we've been outsettled. Okay, well... Our next technology needs to be ships. We need to keep advancing our empire, and apparently what that's going to require is boats. Do I want to not... Yeah, let's shift that back again. We need the boats, and we need them, like, pretty soon. That being the case, do I want to take my army out there? You know, it was one thing when it was going to be just, like, right over here. Somebody's closing their borders to us, I assume? Yep. Sure, fine. You got it, Chief. Alright, now we're going to have the settler run off by himself. I don't want our army not in our lands. 4 regions, just it's not enough land, it's not enough resources. We gotta go to the sea and find ourselves something great out there. I forgot to lay down that pillar last turn, didn't I? Yep. I think it's still worth doing. We'll just make it a little bit extra dust to make up for it. You want to get extracting those Titan bones and Moonleaf from Buggle. Buggle, something. Chris, you made up fantasy languages. Why can't you use a linguistic base that I'm more familiar with? The capital does need more districts as well. We have to get our museum leveled up. Could use the extra approval. We're kind of low. We also need to level up districts just for the bonus influence. We're not able to get. We'd be in a much better situation if we could get that plus 25 approval empire plan. So which way do I want to go? This over here looks to be on unclaimed ground. So actually, I started running our guy up this way, but why don't we head over here? We'll try to go off to the west of Orm and see. This might be an island or something. Okay. What am I doing? I'm hitting end turn is what I'm doing. Everybody's chugging away on their various projects. We're about to get a serious improvement to our dust income. It's something I'm looking forward to eagerly. I think it makes the most sense to run the roads until we get where we're going. These guys, in the meantime, have to go and handle these Silics. At some point, the Silics will decide that they're going to declare siege on the city and screw up our incomes until we come and clear them out. We may as well make that an early priority. Alright, and we have enough dust now and enough income that I feel like we can actually... okay, they came to us. That's nice of them. Also, we failed to give the eyeless ones things. That's fine. I don't really care about that. Okay, so Harmonite have a lot of health and actually do pretty good damage. But we have stun magic. So let's take advantage of it. Alright, stick with the murder. And let's open the fight. This is just direct damage, basically. We're just going to drop a stun right here. I'm not interested in any kind of fair fights here. So, you can see that's like fairly effective. We are not going to need a second burst of stun. Okay. Was that worth the dust? Yeah, I think so. We probably would have taken some damage there, and I like it when our units are healthy. We should go say hello to Green. Let's see if we can meet Green. Looks like Wild Walkers from the architecture, I think. Look at that. Doesn't that scream Wild Walker to you? Alright, settlers just need to keep moving. it reckons the most effective way for us to get out here is to move up north first. Oh, because Orm doesn't have proper roads. There's no right-of-way yet. I suppose that makes sense. Before I forget, we have enough resources now that we can afford to finish giving our hero armor. Sorry, I tried to drag a trinket onto his head, I think. Wow, we actually cannot afford to... Man. Trinkets are so expensive. Well, we'll give him plus vision at least. We do kind of want to build up a little bit of a bank, because if the necrophages decide to get clever and attack us, being able to cast stuns on them may turn out to be incredibly valuable. Alright, I do want to get this. So it's going to cost 15 pearls to unlock that blessing, and then 10 pearls each time we want to build it. So let's get these. And we need to keep pearl hunting. That is, in case you're not familiar with the Altar of Auriga stuff, that upgrade that I just bought, when you build it in a city, it gives that city plus 10 industry on each river tile during the winter. I don't need to tell you that in many cities that is a completely insane amount of extra industry. So let's have a quick look at the resource overlay. I think the thing that makes the most sense is probably just to build onto the river. We don't have any more anomalies nearby. City is already on the only two that are nearby. So I think we just build in a way that maximizes our number of river tiles. Oh, also, we don't actually need this anymore. Go back to working on making humans. But Biegel's at the population level where it's time to start expanding the city, I think. This winter is really, really inconvenient. Although I suppose early settlers thought much the same thing on many occasions. It's not really how it works. You don't get to say, hey, can we maybe not with the winter on account of, the inconvenience. How about we move our settler this way? That's right. We have an untamed neutral army. We didn't do their quests. Okay, we're gonna get this stack of pearls and then we're gonna go do that. This stack of pearls is just enough for us to build one of those upgrades. I think Biegel is going to get it actually. 12 turns. What? That's insane. That's a lot of turns, man. The winter's going to be like over by then. Let's do this. Yeah, let's get that done quickly. Sorry, battle? Can they attack our settler? Isn't he in the city? I wasn't aware you could attack a unit that was standing on a city tile. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can't. I would say I'm certain that you can't. Not without attacking the city itself. Alright, we're just going to put him inside the city then. I don't know how you would do that. Because if you right-click on a city tile, I feel very sure that it asks you if you want to siege or attack the city. We'll keep leveling up real Kata. I'm sorry, I'm clicking through stuff very quickly because I'm assuming that everybody who is watching this has watched the previous campaigns, but that's maybe not the case. So I want to apologize. We picked up +1 accessory slot on Relkata, not because I want the accessory slot, but because we're just continuing to work up the tree toward plus attack on all units in the army, plus range on all units in the army, and plus damage on all units in the army. And then, of course, the cap skill of the common tree makes the army suffer no penalties of any kind from winter. Very, very valuable. We're probably going to poke all the way up to here, and then we're going to come back and max out like the damage and attack skills. Alright, we gotta start moving toward... Oh, this is a forested tile. So it's gonna eat all of our movement. We have to go rescue our settler, basically. Okay, we need more science. All of the science. We're doing a thing here, and that thing is making all the science. In addition, the capital needs something to do. How about extract that palladium? Yeah, we're not in a huge hurry on that. Okay. Short winter, thankfully. And also the minus health regeneration on units global thing has ended, which is nice. We still don't have enough influence to take the second level of science and industry, and we still don't really want to take the first level of anything else, so we're just going to continue banking. We were not able to pacify that village on account of somebody else did stuff first, whatever. I am not, I'm not broken up about that. We have to consider the very real possibility that we're going to be spending a lot of dust on, what do you call it? Spells in the near future. So I'm happy about our... Basically what I'm saying is I'm happy about our economy. Also, this economy is going to let me buy governors. Where are we at on that? In the mid-500s, okay. People are blazing through the eras using their massive science cheaties. We are going to not repillar. We're going to wait a couple of turns for this wealth pillar to run out, and then we will repillar. The Daemons ran away when they saw our actual army coming, so time to get back on settling. Alright. Let's get out here and figure out what is up with these guys. Okay, we have properly met green now. Yeah, Gaia. Common Frontier. You settled up on me, buddy. I was here first. Alright, let's get a quick lay of the land diplomatically. So, purple is allied with green. That means if we could get allied with purple, green would be very unlikely to fight us. Blue is not actually at war with anybody yet. Which means that we could still be the first target. I think it behooves us to get in green's good graces and thus purple's good graces. We may want that alliance tech. I think that our plan is to turtle up and win a science-y victory, or, faction quest permitting, a faction quest victory, and that means that we want to play nice with our neighbors insofar as that is possible. Alright, let's get some stuff. This city is only ever going to have 2 anomalies, which means this is limited to 30 science. Is that the best we can do? Is this city going to be able to grow to include a 3rd anomaly? It is not. This city definitely won't, as it will never build another district. And this city won't either. Actually, yeah, Biegels is as good as it's getting for right now. So this would be plus 30 science, and also it makes winter more predictable. This would be only plus 6 science right now, but it does grow, and it allows our citizens to really smelt out that science in short order. What do I think? What do I think? I think probably it makes sense to get the cryometric monitor going. By the way, check this out. Plus 7.5 from city. I am pretty happy about the output of our... yeah, okay. Get in the water. It's important to get in the water as quickly as possible because embarking on ships costs all of your move. Oh, we have a quest from these guys already. Oh, are these the guys who wanted us to have... yeah, at least 4 of the 5 existing unit classes in our Empire garrisons. That ain't happening. Alright, let's go find the city where they have that, this city. We will burn it down, and then we will try to get them a better quest. Hopefully Green doesn't get whiny and close their borders to us just because we have a non-fighting unit in their territory for 1 turn. Embarking eats your whole move, so it would have been a real shame to have to end our move on the coast and then spend the next whole turn. Yeah, okay. Oh, they're bringing the defense. Or they're bringing the backup army. Okay. Well, we have 717 dust. We are ready to fight. Let's make sure everybody's in shooting range. We want to burn these guys down as quickly as possible. They do have reinforcements coming. So we have 142 attack and 48 defense. Our hero has longer range, but it actually kind of makes more sense for him to be up front just so that we can he can tank some of the damage. The other thing that's important to remember is these guys have chain lightning. So it will... If they hit this guy, it would do some bonus damage to this guy, and then it would spread from here to there and do some bonus damage to that guy. So we want to kind of break up our formation. We don't want everybody to be adjacent to other people. I guess this is the best we're going to get on that score. Stuns. Okay, so that's going to make their lives fairly difficult. Unfortunately, the reinforcements get to go first because these guys have crazy high initiative, despite the fact that they are unequipped minor faction units. Trust me, I'm annoyed by it too. Alright, we can't cast again because our current spell doesn't technically end until the end of this turn, even though it doesn't have any effect on this turn. Ouch. Okay. 0 damage, we got lucky there. Alright, and they've placed themselves in a terrible, terrible position. Because we can drop a stun right here that will immobilize almost all of them. This guy's going to get his legs in, and there's nothing we can do about it. But we can definitely get 2 kills this turn. Oh, he's attacking our hero. That's interesting. I would not have predicted that. Our army is very squishy, but man, they're good at murdering. They're all about, you know, pain and anger and stuff. And the forest is actually serving to make things a little tricky, I think. Oh no, these guys have flying. They're not, their movement is not at all constrained by the forest. No, you're attacking the wrong targets. There you go. Oh, they did 55 instead of 56. The game rounded down somewhere and left that guy alive. And if you're a Civ player who's watching Endless Legend for the first time, units do not deal reduced damage when they have reduced health, because the unit's health does not represent like a number of people still living in that army or anything. It's just a guy, and as long as he's still alive, classic RPG style, he's still dealing full damage. Alright. We will have our vengeance, obviously. And let's sail off into the distance and try to find a good place to settle. So, our pillars have run out. So let's do some quick math here. Plus 5 dust on city tile for 10 turns. We're getting 5 tiles of value out of this, which means 25 dust per turn 10 times. So as long as it costs us less than 250 dust to lay down a pillar of extraction, the value is positive. So I think we're actually going to be laying down several pillars this turn. Let's go science, science, dust. This would be 10 influence if we laid it in the sweet spot right here. Also, look at those. That is 6 pearls. We can also start pillaring over here as well. This city is the city's starting to take shape, although it's stopped expanding for the moment. So basically, my choice is pay 210 dust to gain 250 dust, or pay 210 dust to gain 100 influence. Man, that actually is a lot of extra influence. You know what? This is 100% worth it, in my opinion, because it could get us that that plus 25 approval Empire plan, and I think that that is huge for us right now. Yeah, I think that was a lot of dust we spent there, but I think it was worth it. Okay. It does mean that we can't actually expand Auriga for the next 10 turns because the pillars are in the way of where I want to build the districts. But, you know, Auriga has lots of stuff to do. Alright. We're gonna pick this up. We aren't gonna put any more points into this. We're just gonna get over to Firestarter. Alright. The next thing we need to do with our dust is buy heroes to govern our cities. So for the next few turns, we'll be saving for that. Or a settler can pick up a bunch of sea pearls. This is 9 pearls right here. It usually takes the AI a little while to get seafaring. They don't prioritize it very highly. So do I want to attack these guys? Yeah. Yeah, screw them. We can make this happen. The bribe would have been 180 dust. So if we can just make this cheaper than that, then we're doing alright. Let's not all stand right next to each other for obvious reasons. Alright, so a stun right here will buy us a turn of uninterrupted carnage. And that stun will only cost us 80 dust. Alright, so everybody focus up. Actually, focus on this guy. Because this way we'll get some Ardent Fire Splash damage onto that guy. Plus, this guy has 185 health, this guy only has 150. Get the kill a little more quickly. That's a good spell. Alright, come on, guys. Nice. Okay, we managed to kill one of them before he had a turn to respond. Now our hero's going to quote-unquote die. If you are unfamiliar with how heroes work in this game, the hero is removed from battle when he hits 0 hit points, but he doesn't actually die unless his army is eliminated. You see, she has been resurrected with 1 health. Okay. So that was cheaper than bribing them, and we got combat XP, which is valuable. And we failed the quest they'd given us because, you know, we killed them all. Nobody to hand out the rewards. Alright, I think things are going okay. We've been boxed in, but we're handling it well. We're the first to have 4,000 dust in the bank to get, yep, an unknown empire. Out of curiosity... Oops, this is not the right panel. Out of curiosity, it was red. Okay, we don't know anything about red. Neither red nor pink. Do we have any information on it all? Well, now. Ooh, look at that. 12 pearls. Hell yes. Alright, let's go ask these guys if they would perhaps be slightly more reasonable. In the nearby region Gleka, capture or destroy the city. You get a free tech. Survival on a war-torn and dying planet is not an easy task. Well, I suppose it isn't, but I'm not starting a war for you guys. That's not happening. So, we have some other options. We could bribe them, or we could attempt to kill them. I mean, attempt. We will succeed. But at what cost? I don't want to lose a unit. Let's just bribe them. And then we'll get a new quest from there. The final city. Maybe we'll be able to do a quest pacification there. Alright, Irimda should... We're pretty far off from winter yet. Although obviously we want to have this done before winter. Yeah, we're going to build the Advanced Alchemy Lab first. Then we'll do the Iceworks. Hopefully the timing on that will work out correctly. Actually, well, you need to do some other basic stuff. Oh, but we do need this. Alright, we'll let them keep working on it. And then as soon as we can buy out the remainder of the construction, we'll do so. I know I said heroes are our next thing of interest, but Titan Bones actually might be. Oh, and we have enough Moonleaf to pop a booster. That's good. Get our reputation as the premier scientists on the planet back. Okay, so we've got a new region. Ruby Cactus. An unexplored ruin. You can see the edge of a miner faction village up here. There's some rumbling stones over here. Looks like a lot of arid terrain, which is unfortunate. But we could do a coastal... Oh, we have to try to settle in a location that has 10 science, don't we? Well, maybe there's another anomaly up here? That would be cool. Now, let's see if these guys have anything... 15 dye and 15 Titan Bones. Do we even have dye? We do not. Oh, I just want them to leave us alone, basically. It's my only real concern. Well, we're not having an easy time of it. If we attack them, we might lose a zealot. We can't rely on the cover of the forest to slow their advance because they're flying, and units of the flying type are not slowed by terrain. Which makes perfect sense, obviously. And as much as I hate doing this, I just want to stop dealing with these guys. Alright. Well, we've managed to push off buying heroes for another 100 or so turns. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. Alright. So, the cost of researches has returned to normal. Haunts are the minor faction of the island that we've discovered. And they, of course, felt the need to stop on the northernmost space that has an accessible coast. There's a cliff face all around this part of the island. Why? Because they're being jerks. There's no good reason for them to have done that. They just are kind of metagaming and know that I would like to land my units, so they're going to prevent it. It's not to their benefit to do that. Their benefit would be letting us settle and then killing us then. Killing us after, or letting us disembark and then killing us. They're basically just being jerks to be jerks. Alright, let's go get some pearls. So... Right, we need to do diplomatic research. We want this, so we're not actually in a position to even try to pick that up yet. We actually still have a lot of technology that's useful. Here, let's get let's get bread and circuses. Minus expansion disapproval. You don't have to build anything for this. It's just free approval. Because we are right now not so happy. Ooh, Titan Bones. So this is plus 50 industry, as I mentioned earlier. Also, every booster you have active gives you plus approval. Your citizens love stuff. Oh my. The pink cultist player has been eliminated from the game. Also, we're getting spied on. Joy. The happiness of our citizens provides a little bit of security against espionage. We're going to have to keep working on it. We don't have time to get security technology right now, so we're just going to have to rely on the free security from happiness for the time being. Okay, there is another... it's not a very good one, though. So settling right here is actually pretty good in the sense that there's a ton of industry, but not enough science to satisfy the next step of our faction quest. Hate. Well, we can try to be tricky with a pillar, like I said earlier. I think we need to found that island no matter what, so nice to see new strategics. Alright, no Mithrite for us, sadly. All that music was, of course, due to new research era. And let's see, what do we have available? +1 Arcana level for all spells. The Pillar of Food. Obviously, if the Pillar of Food was any earlier in the research things, you would just get it right away and you could ride it to victory, so... I think this is very, very valuable to us. Like, incredibly so. How many turns are left on my pillars? Is it going to be pillar time again soon? Come on, I know this tile has a pillar on it. Show me the pillar values. I think it's like 2 or 3. Alright, I think we're going to try it. We're going to try the pillar thing. We're going to settle right here. I know there's no food, but there's industry enough that we can construct food buildings. Oh, we actually can't land from that tile, and their army is right there. How frustrating. Maybe we'll sail around the coast a bit more and see if there's another place over here. Alright, we need to be focused on pearls right now. There's not much else for our army to do. I don't want to take it anywhere. So we're just going to stay pretty put. Wow. We only have one extractor up, and it's providing plus 3.8 per turn due to those silics that we have assimilated. Minor faction assimilation is a really cool part of the game, in my opinion. Alright, so we're not going to be able to rely on just our good looks and charm to keep us safe here. I think we're going to want to pick up the Ward of Auriga. Or, wait, the Tower of Fidelity, I think, is what I want. Well, these both do retaliation damage. So, I think we're going to try to rely on pearl-based fortification to keep us safe from the, I don't know if overwhelming is the right word, but certainly the potentially overwhelming, at least, threat of a necrophage army on our doorstep. I'll give you 2 guesses as to who eliminated pink. And when I say 2 guesses, of course, I mean 1 guess, and surprise, it was the necrophages. Oh, we have to be nervous, I think. Okay, Biegel has finished our what you call it? Cryometric something or other. Okay. This is actually pretty valuable to us. A hydromatic laboratory. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 river tiles inside of the borders of this city. So, we don't have glass steel extractors up somehow. Despite the fact that we've had access to glass steel for some time, I just never built the extractors. Well, yes, auto-complete that. You need to get this Titan Bone extractor up. And then next turn we're going to buy a hero, I swear. I swear to you. So yeah, these haunts are kind of hunting us. That's grass silk, I believe, yeah. Grass silk is an okay luxury. Actually, maybe we end up founding down here. If the pillar thing's going to work, it'll work just as well down here as up there. Alright, thank you, Influence Pillar. We're just a little short of being able to do this. That's fine. Plus 25 approval is a lot of extra resources. An approval level on resources is... the difference is like plus 15% on all resources. 8 pearls out there. And of course, spies are still screwing with Beagle. That's a really annoying thing for them to be doing. We have to figure out... actually, you know what? How much would it slow this down? Wow, a lot. Alright, we're going to pound this out, and then we're going to do a roundup, which will allow us to boost the bonus of the city, or boost the security level of the city, and try to flush out spies, but it halves the workers' influence on production output, so we're going to finish our hydrometric, or our river science building first. I'm not even going to try to remember what it's actually called. The river science building. That's what it is. Alright, we're going to go get this. This is a lot of pearls. 8 pearls sitting out in the water. Alright, so it looks like we actually are not in a bad position to get stuff. Oh, what is this? The Silix. The leader of the Silix worries that explorers who went in search of the rare elements needed to grow their finest crystals have been missing for several seasons. That's a long time. They were last sighted at ruins in a neighboring region, but since then the trail has gone cold. He offers a reward if you can help learn what has happened to their people. Okay, so if we build 2 Harmonite and then take them to explore some ruins, they'll give us 10 Hyperium straight up? Where at? Okay, those borders are not closed to us. We could get to that and search it. Yeah, alright. Okay, we can do that. I really, really like these quests that you get while for having minor factions assimilated. I think this is a really cool part of the game. Ooh. This tile's actually looking pretty good. Thumbs up, 120 dust. Hey, that is thumbs up. Alright, we're going to settle the city and then cut the video there. I have no idea how we're doing. I feel like we're cruising along on research pretty well. The Moonleaf Booster. We're getting +3 per turn. And our boosters are costing 25. So yeah, we're making 15 every 5 turns, but trying to spend 25 every 5 turns. It's unfortunate. If only we could have gotten that second deposit. Well, this time around we did not roll a faction that is incapable of war. So maybe we just, make a little bit of war. We could help ourselves to what I feel has been stolen from us. So, we have a lot of options here. There's some pretty strong science tech, but we can't access it really without the Hyperium, so we need this at least. There's also Signal Corps, which is just, or not Signal Corps, sorry, Brigade System, which is just free plus 20 defense on all of your units forever. Plus 20% defense. That's pretty great, obviously. Plus 1 Arcana level for all spells. Not bad. In particular, pumping up that stun spell, I think, is pretty good. Where is the... Yeah, it can also reduce the defense of the units once it's leveled up. It can reduce it by quite a bit. So, that's worth considering. I think we want to get our Hyperium Extractor up, like, right now. Yeah, I think that's the thing that makes the most sense. Alright, let's try to get this city settled and see if we can cheat a little bit on our faction quest using the pillar. It'll be interesting. Also, we can parlay with these guys with our... Oh, somebody's offering us a treaty of some type. No. Okay, 1 second. They want 25 mithrite. Well. Beagle's population is being decreased almost every turn. Pretty crazy. Green would like an alliance. Yes. I love it. I hadn't attempted to make one yet because I wanted to bank a little bit more influence before trying. But yes, absolutely, please. Retreat. Okay, well, that's very annoying, because we can't, it's not pillar time yet. We need another turn. There's another island over here. Maybe we'll make that our stronghold instead. Okay. I'm pretty disappointed by how things are going, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so this city needs more security, really, but that's not actually an option. The other thing the city needs is more terrain. So if we build a district here, then we can place a pillar here and get 6 of its 7 tiles instead of 5. And this adds 1 river to our city as well. Building here is basically the same thing. 1 food, 1 industry, 6 science, 5 dust versus 2 food, 1 industry, 3 science, 6 dust. This is the winner. Alright, that'll be done soon enough. Yeah, things are getting... We're getting places. My only concern is that we're not getting places fast enough, and we'll see if that turns out to be true or not. By the way, an alliance with green means that we share vision with green. The other thing that an alliance with... I have not been hiring heroes. Oh my god, look how much dust I have banked. Okay, that's probably fine. It's probably fine to dust bank right before pillar time. Okay, we'll have enough Moonleaf next turn to pop the booster. And unfortunately, there's no... If we make landfall, our settler's going to get attacked again. He'd survive it, though. Yeah, because he's at more than half health, so if... Yeah, we're doing it. They want to attack us, they're going to attack us. Full deal. Alright. So now, this city's settling tile has 20 science on it. Did that work? It did! Raise your new science's output to 30. In order to get Verda's Temple. Plus 2 science on terrain with science, limited to 1 copy in your empire. Okay, so it's like a Geomic Labs. Also, we got from that exotic alloys. Tier 3 weapons made of titanium or glass steel. Actually, that's neat. That's a cool reward. If you get your faction quest done a little faster, I bet that's really awesome. So, get it to 30? We can actually just do this. Do we have to hold it at 30 for some period of time, or... Like, it's 30 right now. If I hit end turn, is it just going to give me the next step of the faction quest? Actually, you know what? I think we're going to run our army over there. Let's kill those haunts. I hate them very much. So, in addition, more pillars. More science. This influence pillar, I think, turned out to be really valuable for us. And I'm going to play a dust pillar as well. And I'm going to put it right here. So when this completes, we'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the pillar 7 tiles. That should be good. Yeah. So let's see if... Well, obviously we're going to rush complete this. And then go seed storage, public library, Empire Mill, Empire Mint. And we're going to get another settler out here and check this other island. We'll just, we'll take over the whole sea. But my city science output is 30, so let's see if we get another faction quest step. And the city actually has decent industry and stuff too. So purple is happy because we're peaceful, or because we're allied with somebody that they're allied with, which means they're probably going to ally with us at some point in the future. We injured the blue spy, but we did not drive him out of the city. I had a feeling it was blue anyway. Build Veritas Temple in your new city. Damn it. I was really hoping we'd get to build it in the capital. Okay, well, we're just going to have to, you know, make this city work quickly. Jesus. Can I... No. Well, I was going to buy a hero, but it looks like all this dust we banked is actually... actually totally useful. Turns out the banking looks even like it might have been the right play. We didn't do it for the right reasons. It's kind of an accident. But I'm happy with it anyway. Right, we can turn off the resource overlay for the moment. I know that I said I would end the video, but we just keep getting able to move the faction quest forward. You know what? No, the video's pretty long. I'm going to cut it here. We're going to decide on attack, and then we're going to cut it. To be perfectly honest, I think what I want is a minor faction assimilation slot, because we're going to assimilate the haunts after we subdue them. And I want to keep the Silics assimilated as well. Haunts give plus science to your empire, plus 5% science per assimilated village. So we'll get plus 10% science from these guys, and that is not a small bonus empire-wide. Alright. Well, I feel like we're getting somewhere here. Come back next time. We're going to continue settling every island in the ocean. We're going to continue smacking down minor factions left and right. We are going to build a spaceship and get off this damn rock if it's the last thing I do. We'll see you then.